Good evening, folks. Pat here with you on a nice sunny summer's evening. Just turned bright there about an hour and a half ago here in County Cork. We call this Bank Holiday Weekend, public holiday. June Bank Holiday, it's affectionately known as here in Ireland if you're not from this country. We're hoping that the sunshine will stay with us for a good bit yet. And this week, Kathleen, I think things are opening up a little bit here, so hopefully people will behave and try and keep the thing open forever, if at all possible. And sunshine looks good tomorrow, so no excuses for being outdoors and having a good time. And I hope you're all well in the meantime, folks, and vaccinations are well underway here in Ireland. Myself and Kathleen have got our first jab, and second one due within about 2 to 3 weeks, I would think. Kathleen, maybe 4 for you.
Longer for me.
Okay, I started off with Turkey in the Straw, and we won't speak about turkeys for another bit. It's an old street ballad, children's ballad. It's different versions. The Clancy brothers and Tommy Macon did a very famous version, and reputedly Tommy Macon wrote the second verse. And also there's a Dublin version, of course. And I learned my version from Tommy, a good friend towards the end of his life. And same old story. I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Some things never change. Tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please would you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. They knock at the door, they ring the bell, singing oh make true love are you well. Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers, bells on toes. Old Johnny Murray, he says she'll die, she doesn't get the fellow with the rolling eye. Tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and stole my comb, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a court and 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is he? From the sky, she's as nice as apple pie. She'll get her own that by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell her now when she comes home. Let them all come as they will, for it's Albert Mooney she loves them. Tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and sew my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is a court and 1, 2, 3. Says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. They knock at the door, they're ringing the bell, singing oh make true love are you well. Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers, bells on toes. Old Johnny Murray, he says she'll die, she doesn't get the fellow with her roving eye. Tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and sew my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She's a court and 1, 2, 3, please would you tell me who is he? Let them all come as they will, for it's Albert Mooney she loves them. Off to a flying start, as I say. A great old song, and I'll continue with a song, this time written by Pete St. John, one of our great living songwriters, and famously he wrote the song, The Fields of Athenry. The Ferryman. I'm going to do another Pete St. John song in a minute, and this one, The Rare Old Times, for all our friends up in Dublin, some of them native Dubliners, more living in Dublin, and a big shout out to Carmel Smith, of course, and Liz Armstrong, Tom Coughlin, and Pete St. John left and travelled a lot and returned around the late 60s, and he couldn't believe that the inner city of Dublin had changed so much, and he wrote this song. He suggested that some of the buildings had become glass cages. You can imagine that, and his inner city had changed completely, and his town had become a city and had lost some of its appeal for sure. It's a song we love singing. It's got a lovely chorus if you want to join along, folks. Ring a ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the real old times. Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. Hallowed halls and houses, haunting children's rhymes, that once was part of Dublin in the rare old times. All together. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. My name it is Sean Dempsey, Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, the house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy. Like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I've courted Peggy Dinan, as pretty as you please. She's a rogue and child of Mary, from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student's shop, with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham. She took away my soul. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Well, the years have made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The pillar and Tomat have gone, the Royal long since pulled down, as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Here we go again. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Here we go. Ring a rosy, As the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the red old times. Ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the red old times. Great song. Thank you, folks. What are we doing, Kathleen?
All
Everyone
good.
happy?
Yep.
Good, good. Okay, here's one for a waltz. Carmel, just to give you plenty of notice as usual to move the chairs and tables in the kitchen, or the living room, or the dining room. Maybe you're outside in the garden. You can get good at waltzing with yourself, Kathleen. You know.
Why not?
Especially you see guys when they get drunk in the pub and they're waltzing around the place and pretending they've got a partner. So if you don't have a partner right now to waltz with yourself, as I said. In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound, and many the hours sweet happiness have I spent in that neat little town, till the sudden misfortune came over me, it caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. Everybody, her eyes they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll down Broadway, meaning not long for to stay, when who should I meet but this pretty fair maid come a-tracing along the highway. She was both fair and handsome, her neck it was just like a swan, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll with this pretty fair maid, and a gentleman passing us by, well I knew that she meant the doing of him by the look in her roguish black eye. Then a gold watch she took from his pocket, and she placed it right into my hand. The very next thing that I said was bad cess to the black velvet band. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Before the judge and the jury next morning we had to appear. Well, the judge, he says to me, young man, your case it is proven clear. We'll give you 7 years penal servitude to be spent far away from the land, far away from your friends and relations, betrayed by the black velvet band. Here we go. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, sure I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Come all you jolly young fellows, a warning take by me, when you are out on the town, me boys, beware of them pretty colleens, for they'll feed you whiskey and porter until till you're unable to stand. The very next thing that you know is you've landed in Bandyman's land. Here we go. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Here we go. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I love that song. It's been played to death, but I just love the song. There's a great bounce in it, don't you think, Kathleen?
I like it.
I think I saw you waltzing in your mind.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Rick was saying that he can see stubble.
Good man, Rick.
Teresa Sullivan don't like it, I don't think.
She doesn't like what? The
Stubble?
stubble?
I don't think she
Oh,
does.
I'll leave it grow long for you, Therese.
He will not trace that
I'll
one.
leave it grow long for you. If you don't like the stuff. There's a shadow after a week. I started a week ago tonight. I shaved for the last time down here. And I've got pretty good growth in the wrong part of my head. Unlike Rick Pelleri, let us know how to pronounce it. First or second one closer to the bone, Rick. Pelleri is what I call you. We won't get too bogged down on it, as we say over here, but Rick Pelleri has no problem with his hair up in the head, and he's got beautiful long silver hair. I wish I had it, Rick. Maybe you can send me the extensions across and I can glue them on or tie them on or something under a hat. Would that be a good idea? Sharing your hair, Rick, you know, it's a sign of a true folk singer. Anyway, that song was about a lady who wasn't all that nice, Kathleen, no?
No.
She did him wrong. But the next one is more of a nice romantic love song written by Bill Staines from the United States. And I always love this song as well. I think you do, Kathleen. Most people do. It's called the Rosewood Fair, and we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Not a fiddle or banjo on sight. The night was clear and the stars were shining. The moon came out, so quiet in the sky. People gathered round and the band was tuning. I can hear them now, they're coming to the right. You were dressed in blue and you looked so lovely, prettiest flower for a small town girl. You took my hand and we stepped to the music. With a single smile, you became my world. We danced all night to the fiddle and banjo. The drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, I can still remember when we fell in love at the Rosewood Fair. We courted well, we courted dearly, and we rocked for hours in the front porch chair. A year went by from the time that I met you, and I made you mine at the Rosewood Fair. We danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, I can still remember when we fell in love at the Rosewood Fair. song for all of the lovers. Here's a tune that they can share. May they dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo, the way we did at the Rosewood Fair. We danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. The drifting tunes seem to fill the air. So long ago, I can still remember when we fell in love at the Rosewood Fair. When we fell in love at the Rosewood Fair. Beautiful love song for sure, and going to do a couple of songs for the first time tonight. And one of my big heroes, as I often said before, is Tommy Makem. Tommy from Cady, County Armagh. Eventually ended up settling in Dover, New Hampshire, and brought us all great songs to sing that he had collected, and his mom had collected, Sarah Makem, and of course the songs he wrote himself. And I'll give the song called Summer Roads a try. And it's a beautiful chorus on it. Summer roads all full of turns and bends, summer roads that lead to all my friends, summer roads by summer streams where I live all my winter dreams, and the good times always start down summer roads. That's what we wish for. Summer roads are here, and it seems like we've got a relief from this pandemic in a certain way, and hopefully we'll get back to some form of normality after and during the summer for sure. And it's a great old lively song that Tommy had a habit of writing, lovely bouncy lively songs. I'm going to give it a go with lyrics in front of me, so if you see me not paying attention to you folks, it's me concentrating on the lyrics. Summer roads all full of turns and bends. I love that, and thank you, Tommy, for the song. Summer roads all full of turns and bends, summer roads that lead to all my friends, summer roads by summer streams where I live all my winter dreams, and the good times always start on summer roads. There are blossoms on the hawthorn that scent the morning breeze, and the oak and the ash and the copper beech are covered down with leaves, and the road is white in the morning light as it runs down from my door, and the lark is high in the golden sky, and I'm on my way once more down summer roads all full of turns and bends, summer roads that lead to all my friends, summer roads by summer streams where I live all my winter dreams, and the good times always start on summer roads. There's music all around me in every bush and tree, and the cuckoo and the corncrake keep calling out to me, and the linnet song sings all day long to greet me as I go, and as I pass the roadside grass the magpie nods hello. Summer roads all full of turns and bends, summer roads that lead to all my friends, summer roads by summer streams where I live all my winter dreams, and the good times always start on summer roads. In the quiet of the evening when I rosin up me bow, and I start off nice and easy with something sweet and slow, there's a faster beat in the village street, and the friends all start to sway, and the fiddle sings and the laughter rings, and we dance to the break of day down summer roads all full of turns and bends, summer roads that lead to all my friends, summer roads by summer streams where I live all my winter dreams, and the good times always start on summer roads. There's a corner in my memory where where all the good times stay. In all of my summer ramblings, there were good times every day. Round every bend I find a friend, a welcome and a smile, and pleasant hours, fields of flowers, a memory every smile. Summer roads all full of turns and bends, summer roads that lead to all my friends, summer roads by summer streams, where I live all my winter dreams, and the good times always start at summer roads. One, summer roads all full of turns and bends, summer roads that lead to all my friends, summer roads by summer streams, where I live all my winter dreams, and the good times always start on summer roads, and the good times always start on summer roads. That's what we hope, the good times always start on summer roads. Now, Kathleen, the next request goes out to your long life friend. How long have you been friends with?
We started.
Okay, you don't have to tell me how long. When did you start being friends?
Oh, when we started when we were 4 or 5.
4 or 5 years of age.
Yep.
So you're friends for at least 40 years, yeah?
Oh yeah, 35, 36.
50-something.
Wishful thinking.
Let's be honest, 50-something years. And Martina Healy, we know her better as. She's now married and living in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia for another little bit, Kathleen, yeah?
Yeah, they're coming home, I think, in July.
Coming home in the summer. But her birthday is?
Tomorrow.
And?
She requested the next song.
She requested the next song. I never sang it before, and I'm going to give it a go as well. Beautiful song called Teddy O'Neill. And in Black Velvet Band, some people say bad luck to the Black Velvet Band, one of the previous songs I sang, and bad cess to the Black Velvet Band. So cess is kind of an old word for luck. And as it happens, tonight, Kathleen, I'm going to be singing bad cess in both songs.
That's right.
So it's kind of hard to find songs with bad cess in them. And you know, the older folks and hopefully the younger folks will keep you going again. But if something goes wrong, you know, if you're working on a machine or in a field or in a building, something happens that you don't like, and you don't want to curse too heavily, you say bad cess to that, or bad luck to it, bad cess to that. And so that's what kind of intrigued me about the next one. Thank you, Martina, for requesting the song and putting me under pressure. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Martina, happy birthday to you. You want to say anything to Martina, Kathleen?
I don't think she's on because she's in bed now. It's still time.
She'll hear us in 12 hours.
Happy birthday, Martina. I shall WhatsApp you later.
What's WhatsApp mean? The modern technology. Teddy O'Neill, beautiful song. Dolores Kane, one of our great
she does a great job.
Female singers, great
super
version.
job.
I dreamt all last night, oh bad cess to my dreaming. I'd die if I thought 'twould be surely to pass. I dreamt while the tears down my pillow were rolling that Teddy was courting another fair lass. And didn't I wake with a weeping and a wailing, that pain in my heart was too deep to conceal. My mother cried, Nora dear, what is you ailing? But all I could answer was Teddy O'Neill. I seen the old cabin beyond the wee boring, I seen the old crossroads where we used to dance. I rambled the lane where he called me his story, and my girlish heart was so full of romance. But now all around is so dark and so dreary, all dark and all silent, no piper, no reel. Not even the sun, though the casement shines cheery, since I left my darling love Teddy O'Neill. Shall I ever forget when the big ship was ready, and a time it would come for my love to depart? How I cried like a child, oh goodbye to you Teddy, with a tear in my cheek and a stone in my heart. He said as to better his fate he went a roaming, but what would be gold to the joy I would yield, if he'd only come back to me tender and loving, still poor but my darling young Teddy O'Neill. Still poor but still poor, but my darling young Teddy O'Neill. Just dawned on me there, Kathleen, that Teresa sings it up on the Shebeen.
She does actually.
Yeah, does a great job on it.
You're spot on.
Teresa McCarthy,
She's been so
fantastic singer. She does a great version of that song. I knew it was hitting me somewhere.
Yeah, it is. You're spot on. Yeah.
Okay, so the next one out are our friends Joan and Neil O'Reilly down in Inishannon, or they might be even in Kilcorny, I'm not sure.
They're down in Inishannon, I'm sure.
In Inishannon, thank you. And I really love this Gordon Lightfoot song. I can't help singing it very often, and it's like Caroline and the Fall. I know the O'Reillys like this song as well, and it's also a reminder that once we used to curse the waiting at airports. That's says to waiting at airports, but I think now we would wait for a day if we thought we could get away in the next 6 months or a year. Because we love travelling, but one nice thing about COVID, the pandemic, was it made us appreciate our own locality and our own country, which was no harm. But so we promise we'll mix both into the future. Okay, you're the great Gordon Lightfoot from Canada. In the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, with a licking in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, set to go, but I'm stuck here in the grass where the cold winds blow, where the liquor tasted good and women all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friends, she's rolling down at last. Hear those mighty engines roar, see the silver wing on high. She's away and westward bound, high above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's gotten me down, it's no earthly good to me. I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I can be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. Bring it back. How's everyone, Kathleen?
All good.
Next one is a request from you, Kathleen. And I signed this at our wedding for the first time. Keep telling people that, back in 1988 on July the 30th. And Michael Jackson was in Cork, our city near us here. We're about 12 miles from Cork City Centre. And second biggest city in Ireland. But it's the best city, the first best city in Ireland. All right, Kathleen?
The real capital, of course.
Okay, and Kathleen, you're known as many different versions of Kathleen. Catty, Katie, Kay, Kate. And this song's called Katie, written by Jimmy McCarthy, Cork man, born in Macroom, County Cork. So was my mother. And come running home again, Katie. Tumbling curls of green by stained glass streaming light, the yellow coloured lampshades used to keep us up all night, and the smile upon your face, the tears upon your cheek, and the night sky on the window, your heart calling out to me. running home again. Cross my heart and hope to die. Should I cause another tear from your eye? Mirror that won't talk, your nightgown on the door, and the old pedal singer just won't sing no more. And smile upon your face, the tears upon your cheek, and the night sky on the window, your heart calling out to me. Come running home again, Katie. Come running home again. And cross my heart and hope to die. Shall I cause another tear from your eye, Katie? Looking through a tunnel back into the room, like a genius of a druid, the sunlight floods the tomb, and I'm never going back there. I couldn't anyway, as though I made a great escape, I never got away. Come running home again, Katie. Come running home again. And cross my heart and hope to die. Shall I cause another tear from your eye? Come running home again, Katie. Come running home. Cross my heart and hope to die. Shall I cause another tear from your eye, Katie? Katie. Katie. Send that out to Tom and Patty Kennedy. I think Patty likes that song as well.
Yeah.
This is Patty, isn't it? Yeah, so hello to our friends in Massachusetts. And go back to Dublin for the next song. I just came across this again, a version of this song called The Ferryman, written again by Pete St. John about the closing down of the ferry boats. I thought it was about further back, but apparently the last ferry boat crossed the Liffey in 1984. And it had been doing so for the ferry service, many services, but the last ferry boat per se, Workers' Ferry, 320 years apparently the ferry had been running for, Kathleen.
Oh my God.
Imagine that.
Long
Over
time.
3 centuries.
Oh.
And but everything comes to an end. And it's called The Ferryman, or sometimes The Strawberry Beds. And a lovely song written by Pete St. John, and a big hit for the Dublin City Ramblers back in the 1980s. Obviously, this is about 1984. Apparently, Pete St. John was down at the, I suppose, the event of the sad event of the last ferryman, and he overheard one of the ferrymen sing to another colleague about the ferry boat ending and his wife being Molly and that kind of thing. But the last verse has got some hope in it. Darling, we're still living. We're still young. Oh, the little boats are gone from the breast of Anne and the Liffey. The ferrymen are stranded on the quay. The Dublin docks is dying and the wave of life is gone. Oh, Molly, it was part of you and me. Here we go. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. Was the only job I knew. It was hard but never alone. Liffey ferry made a man of me. Now it's gone without a whisper, half forgotten even now. Sure it's over, Molly, over, can't you see? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, he'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. Now I'll tell the yarns, and I spend me days in talking. I'll hear them whisper Charlie's on the dole. Oh Molly, we're still living, and darling, we're still young. Sure that river never owns me heart and soul. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. Little boats are gone, we're on the breast of Anne Liffey, and the ferrymen are stranded on the quay. The Dublin docks is dying, and the way of life is gone. Oh, sure, Molly, it was part of you and me. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. One more time. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, he'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. The more you know about a song, I think the more it means, and
Yeah,
I think you'll vote for that, Kathleen, as well, will you?
absolutely.
Okay. Okay. We'll stay on the. I might do the next one. Skip, Kathleen. I usually have 19 tracks. There's 20 there tonight.
Yeah. I
We'll
think
stay
so.
on the subject of the sea. Is Heather Reid looking in?
I'm not, I don't
If
think
she does
I
later
would, yeah.
anyway, those songs.
She
of
normally
her-
stays quiet for a while.
What's that supposed to mean? Heather, make yourself known. Sometimes her mom looks in from North Carolina as well. And Heather's out there in California. Maritime Lady. And the Ferryman. And the next song I'm going to sing is a beautiful sea song called Fiddlers Green, where the fishermen go if they don't go to hell. And it sounds like heaven to me, as I always say. The fish climb on board by themselves. Ladies are beautiful. The beer is all free. And there's great music, of course, the most important thing of all, yeah. As I walked by the dockside one evening so fair, to view the salt waters and take the salt air, I heard an old fisherman singing a song. Won't you take me away, boys, me time is not long. Or wrap me up in me oilskins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Tell me, oh shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green. Fiddlers Green is a place I've heard tell where the fishermen go if they don't go to hell, where the skies are all clear and the dolphin do play, and the cold coast of Iceland is far, far away. Or wrap me up in me oilskins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Tell me, oh shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green, where the skies are all clear and there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with one swish of their tail, where you lie at your leisure, there's no work to do, and the skipper's below making tea for the crew. Oh, wrap me up in me oilskins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, all shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green. When you get back on docks and the long trip is through, oh, there's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too, where the girls are all pretty, the beer is all free, and there's bottles of rum growing from every tree. Or wrap me up in me oilskins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Tell me, oh shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddlers Green. Now I don't want a harp nor a halo, not me, and give me a breeze and a good rolling sea, and I'll play me old squeeze box as we sail along, with the wind and the rigging to sing me a song. Or wrap me up in me oilskins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Tell me, oh shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, I'll see you someday on Fiddlers Green. I meant to play the banjo for that one, Kathleen. I got carried away. Keep all our banjo fans. So I'll play it for the next one instead. Make up for it.
It'll go for the next one anyway. It'll work.
Okay, the next song is a very popular drinking song, and called Finnegans Wake, Tim Finnegans Wake, and different versions of this, of course. Again, the Dubliners and the Tansy brothers made it their own, and all about this man who decided to drink a lot of whiskey and made a foolish mistake of going to work. His work entailed climbing up ladders. Off he went to work, climbed up the ladder. He was really going well. He got to the top. Everything was looking good until he looked down. He got a dizzy spell. He fell off the ladder and he broke his skull. Oh, I think you're supposed to say the always.
Oh.
So, as is and was traditional in Ireland, all his friends, they washed him, they shaved him, they scrubbed him, cleaner than the day he was born, and they laid him out in the bed for an Irish wake. Then, of course, music and lots of activity got started, and a fight erupted, started by the ladies, of course.
Oh, of course.
And followed in quick succession by the gents. Anyway, during the ructions, there was a bucket of whiskey flung across the room where the corpse was lying in the bed. And you can picture this now. Songs are all about visuals as well. And so the bucket of whiskey was flung across the room. It was meant to hit one particular guy that was causing trouble. He ducked his head. Whiskey continued on its way, smashed off the wall behind the corpse, spilt on the corpse in the bed. And needless to say, the whiskey, being the water of life, revived him from the dead. Tim Finnegan lived in Walking Street, a gentleman mighty Irish odd. He had a brow both rich and sweet, and to rise in the world he carried a hod. You see the sort of a tippler's way, for the love of the liquor poor Tim was born. And to help him on his way each day, the drop of the crater every morn. Like full of love, and he danced your partner went the floor, you trotter shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegans way. One morning Tim was rather full. His head felt heavy, which made him shake. He fell from a ladder and he broke his skull, and they carried him home, his corpse to wake. Well, they rolled him up in a nice clean sheet. They laid him out upon the bed, with a bucket of whiskey at his feet and a barrel of porter at his head. Back for the lab, he danced your partner and went to blow your shoulder shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegans way. His friends assembled at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. Well, first she brought some tea and cake, then pipes, tobacco and whiskey punch. The widow alone began to cry. Such a nice clean corpse did you ever see? Oh, Tim of Vooning, why did you die? Would you shut your mouth, said Maggie McGee. Back for the lab, would you dance your partner and went the floor, you trotter shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegans way. And Mickey O'Connor took up the job. You're a bit as she, you're wrong, I'm sure. But Billy gave her a belt and a gob, and left her sprawling on the floor. Then the war did soon engage, 'twas woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and around when eruptions soon began. Back from the lovely dance your partner and went to blow your trotter shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegans way. Then Mickey O'Connor ducked his head when a bucket of whiskey flew at him. It missed him landing on the bed, the liquor scattered over Tim. Be dad revived, see how he rises, Timothy rising from that bed. Sing, spill your whiskey around like blazes, Hunnam and Dean, he take and bed. Back from the land, that's your partner, went to blow your trotter shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegans way. Back from the land, that's your partner, went to blow your trotter shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegans way. How was your old one?
Your Facebook buddy here, am I calling his name right? Yuffie Carson.
Yeah.
He's young son, he's only 2, he won't go to bed, he's listening, dancing.
What's his name?
What's
his son? His son, his young son? Or?
Yeah, I don't know if I pronounce it right, would it be Ivan, A-I-V-E-N?
Ivan. We can't go wrong. Ivan, how you doing, buddy? You got to go to sleep after I'm finished, okay? That's the deal. Uvi, you can put him to bed after and sing him a nice lullaby. Wouldn't that be nice? Isn't that great? He likes the music.
Yes, he
that's good. That's good. That's the only thing you're allowed to stay up late for, Kathleen, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Music. That's what our kids used to do as well. They use music as an excuse. Can we sing with Daddy tonight? No, they don't sing with me, Laura.
Oh.
Tim Finnegan, well, my brother Tim visited today for the first time in a long time, so it was great to have Tim here with us. Catch up with stories and fun. And okay, now do one from Tom Paxton, another one of my favourite singer-songwriters from the American folk. Treasure Pot, as they say, and this is about the famous March and Selma and How Beautiful Upon the Mountain. Kathleen, you requested this. I think it's a beautiful song as well. Okay, I think it's up around here. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. Across the bridge at Selma you came marching side by side. In your eyes a new world on the way. Peace was in your hearts and justice would not be denied. You sang we shall overcome someday. God knows the courage you possess, and I say I said it best. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. Marching round the White House, marching round the Pentagon, marching round those mighty missile plans, speaking truth to power, singing peace to Babylon, asking us why not give peace a chance. God knows the courage you possess, and I say I said it best. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. Now the generations that have joined you on this road look to you with power in their eyes, showing you the torches passed as they pick up the load, showing you their eyes are on the prize. God knows the courage they possess, and I say I said it best. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. Are the steps of those who walk in peace. Thank you, Tom. Beautiful song. And your other best friend, one of your other best friends, Kathleen,
Yes.
happens to have her birthday as well this weekend.
Yep.
Joan Cooney, and she's a roundy birthday, and happy birthday, Joan. Here's to many more roundies. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joan. Happy birthday to you. She looking in, Kathleen?
She is. I think she's looking in.
Hi, Joan. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed the weekend so far, and there's still, as I said, it's a bank holiday weekend, so there's another 2 days left on it, Kathleen. Yeah,
Yeah, she can.
that's going to be some party. We had the pleasure of Joan and our husband Jerry's company in the United States in 218, was it 218?
218, yeah.
218. And I sang this song kind of off the cuff in Massachusetts in our friend Patty and Tom's house. And I just kind of come to terms with it, as I said. On that tour, I suppose, Kathleen,
That's right.
that's when I started singing it. It was a song I wanted to learn for years, written by Richard Thompson, called From Galway to Graceland. But I was trying to come to grips with what it meant. And I said, you know, it sounds, I'm not saying it sounds like a mockery or anything, but it sounds so unusual. And I just have to credit Richard Thompson for having such a great imagination about this lovely lady from Galway who was madly in love with Elvis even after he had died. And after 20 years of happily being married, she decided in the middle of the night on a whim to leave her husband and head for Memphis, Tennessee, from the west coast of Ireland. And that's how the story goes, and to be with the king. I like the last line, From Galway to Graceland, the title of the song, last line of each verse, so I decided in my wisdom to repeat it. Because it's kind of one of those lines that's gone and you want to sing it again, I think. You can let me know whether it works or not. So that's the only change I've made to it, for better or for worse. But it's Pat Kelleher's version of the great Richard Thompson song, and brought to our ears familiarly by the great Sean Kane, one of the great Irish folk singers and traditional singers of our time, and a great performer. He just puts on a fantastic show, full of entertainment and soul. And the genuine article. There's only one Sean Kane. When you hear there's only one Luke Kelly, there's only one Tommy Makem, there's only one Paddy Riley, there's only one Christy Moore. Could you say that about me, Kathleen? Or am I a bit generic? Or did you say there's only one Pat Kelleher?
Of course.
From Galway to Graceland, dedicating this to Joan on her roundy birthday. She dressed in the dark, and she whispered amen. She was pretty in pink, like a young girl again. 20 years married, but she never thought twice. She sneaked out the door and walked into the night. Silver wings carried her over the sea, on the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee, to be with her sweetheart. She'd left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. Together, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. She was humming Suspicion, it's the song she liked best. She had Elvis, I love you, tattooed on her breast. And when they landed in Memphis, well, her heart beat so fast. She had dreamed for so long, now she'd see him at last. She was down by his graveside day after day. Come closing time, they would pull her away to be with her sweetheart. She'd left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. Again, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. They came in their thousands from the whole human race to pay their respects at his last resting place. Ah, but blindly she knelt there, and she told him her dreams. She thought that he answered, or that's how it seemed. They dragged her away, it was handcuffs this time. She said, my good man, are you out of your mind? Don't you know that we're married? See, I'm wearing his ring. From Galway to Graceland, be with the king. From Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. I've come from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. Sad song in its own way, and hope you liked it, folks. Okay, folks, I'm not going to bore you too long with our fundraiser for my beard shave. It's 2 weeks ago, Kathleen, was it?
Yep.
And we were heading for €2,500 in euros, way beyond my expectations. And Facebook have locked me out at the moment from donating on other folks' behalf. There's some monies building up, but I've given away my personal identity to Facebook to get these donations through, and just in case there's a couple that need to go through. And it's going to be open until the 12th, I think, which is this night week, I think, and I'm going to close it down then. And as I said before, there's a few ways of approaching it. If you don't want to donate directly to Facebook, you can send it to my PayPal account. And are there another option, Kathleen, as well, are they? Oh yeah, the local folks can do through Revolut.
They're after blocking me as well now because
you were donating on people's behalf as well when I lost my ability to do
I started doing it, and then they're after blocking me as well.
Make us feel like criminals, so I've complained nicely to them, but we'll get the monies in, and so somehow we certainly will. Not sure why they're refusing money for donation for charities, but anyway, we'll get. I suppose they have to be careful. Anyway, next song I've kind of made the anthem to the fundraiser for Aware Ireland, who provide support for folks with depression, bipolar, that kind of thing. And might have to tune this guitar. It was in tune when I bought it, Kathleen. That's the one. Here's the culprit. Written by Ralph Mattel, another one of my great heroes, and I've been lucky to meet him personally in recent times and semi-friend him, and I was delighted when he sent in good wishes, Kathleen, for my 40 years on the road, from someone of his calibre, gentleman, a gentle giant, as I say, really nice man, and thanks to our friend Anne for introducing him to us in a more personal way. And I'd met him a few times just at the stage and stuff, but he was as nice as I expected, and nicer. You'd agree, Kathleen? He wrote a song called Up, and it delves into a little bit of what we were talking about. When you look to the hill you must climb, and your doubts will not disappear. Don't look down, look ahead, Isn't that what they said? It's a long way up from down here. To be fearless does not mean you're brave. To be brave means you have to know fear. Each crevice, each grip, each foothold, each slip, it's a long way down from up here. So rise with the morning and run to the hills until you can run no more. Like a bird set free from the stays of the night and rise from the valley floor. The bigger the hill, the more shade. Deep in the dark lurks the fear. On top all alone, the only shadow's your own. It's a long way down from up here. And you remember each painstaking step and the thump of your heart in your ear. Let it beat like a drum, martial courage to come. It's a long way down from up here. So rise with the morning and run to the hills until you can run no more. Like a bird set free from the chains of the night and rise from the valley floor. The picture is broader, high up, with a view that cannot compare. 360 degrees might bring you to your knees. It's a long way up from down here. So rise with the morning and run to the hills until you can run no more. Like a bird set free from the chains of the night and rise from the valley floor. Rise with the morning and run to the hills until you can run no more. Like a bird set free from the chains of the night and rise from the valley floor. I wish to thank you for your generosity. We really appreciate it and made my beard shave so much worthwhile. I was going to do it anyway. And Kathleen, what's your synopsis on the beard, the hair, the goatee, the head?
Keep shaving the head.
Who?
Me, I'll keep shaving the head, okay. I'll rephrase that. Keep the goatee. I like the goatee.
Keep the goatee and shave the head.
Yeah.
What about the winter?
No beard.
Even though I had only the short sides and back, you do feel the cold.
It's okay, you can grow it again for the winter.
Yeah?
You can.
Because my hat will only go down as far as here, you know.
You can, you were
So
be
that means you're
allowed.
going to have to shave it tomorrow, Kathleen, because it's nearly as long as the goatee.
I know.
It's almost
I've done a couple of times.
It's almost 2 millimeters long already.
Trace Sullivan says, no, you're not.
Oh, Therese and Kathleen, you can be fighting over me. That's the first time that two ladies are fighting over me for 30 or 40 years. Were they ever fighting over me, Kathleen?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, apart from my hair, I made an effort, a conscious effort this evening, folks, to make myself look a bit more colourful. And I had a look in my wardrobe and my 3 shirts that I have.
I'm sure they know you've more than that.
Pick this one out, and Vicky's looking in at any stage. I bought this one in Johnson City, Tennessee, back in 2018.
That's right.
And, just went into this. I think we were waiting, wasn't it, Kathleen, to meet John and Vicky.
Yeah.
And we spotted this shop and went into it, like a department warehouse, I suppose. Went into it, and I came out with this lovely shirt. Johnson City, Tennessee. So it made me think of the next song
I
as
know.
I played it. And it's kind of one of those songs that you either love or you hate. And I think I see Nathan Carter with a big hit with the song was on the news during the week, for We Won't Say What. He's 31 years of age. Happy birthday, Nathan. And but anyway, I always credit my son Ricky and myself joined him in our album of 2012. He recorded this song before Nathan Carter in this side of the world. At the time, my nephew John was living in Australia, and he'd heard folk singing it down there, and he fell in love with the song, and he contacted Ricky back, and he said, you should look at recording or singing this song, and so he did. In the meantime, we'd gone to North Carolina. They kind of crossed over the two, so it was suggested from two sides of the world, from my nephew in Australia, and then we went to, is our Lenore lady looking in, Kathleen?
Both ladies, Margaret and
Tammy
are
and
both
Margaret.
looking in, yeah.
So we went to Merrillfest and stayed with our friends in Lenore, Tony and Jenny Deal, and Tony's brother Larry is a great man for the campfire. We call them sessions over here, jams.
Oh, yeah.
After Merrillfest officially is over, maybe midnight, and we were having jams every night at this fantastic festival in North Carolina and Wilkesboro, where the Kruger brothers are from, as a matter of fact, or where they live now. And this song was very popular. The Old Crow Medicine show called Wagon Wheel, you guessed it, folks. And it mentions Johnson City, Tennessee.
Yes.
And on our way to Johnson City, we were waiting for, we kind of, I suppose, we pounced on John and Vicky. They weren't home. And we said, what can we do while we're waiting for you to get home? And we had a great time with them after. And they said, visit a lovely, quaint town in Tennessee called Jonesboro.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And there's a couple living in Ireland, Dutch and a lady from the United States, and they got married there, Kathleen, didn't they?
That's correct.
It's amazing how the world is so
Yeah.
small. Jonesboro. Well, that was a big introduction to the next song, so let your hair down. Before I start, best of luck to Ricky, our son. He's moved out of the house today, and he's gone working in Cork City. He's one more year left in college, and he has to be near the job, so he moved into a house, and we wish him the best. And I'll sing your song, Ricky, for you. Headed down south to the land of the pine, tumbling my way into North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlines. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of darkwood flowers. I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. Come on! So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up to New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time swing band. A baby plays the guitar and banjo. Now there it is. These North Country winters keep getting me down. Lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave. But I ain't coming back, living that old life no more. What? So rock mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. I met a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long tow. And he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. Hear my baby calling money, and I know that she's the only one. If I die in Wally, at least I will die free. Let's go. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Let's go again. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Hey, mama, rock me. I said, hey, mama, rock me. I hope as an Irishman I did that song some kind of justice, and that you were rocking around. That's what it's all about. Let your hair down if you've got any. Okay, we're going to stick in that part of the world for the next song, written by Uwe Kruger. It's been a big hit on this show, and I'm delighted because it's such a beautiful song, and they actually played it as a request to us, Kathleen, last week, not this. So they're one longer show on Friday nights, I think. No, Kathleen, is that it?
That's correct, yeah.
The Kruger Brothers at
It's
midnight.
not last night, last weekend they did it.
Yeah, just over a week ago they dedicated this. We put in the request. We're looking for requests, and it was great to get a mention from our friends. And are all the fans of the song on board?
Oh yeah.
Needs no introduction at this stage. Written by Uwe Kruger, and about their dream of living in North Carolina. All the places I have been to, all the things that I have seen, since I left my home to wander when I was just 15. Though the traveling was easy, still sometimes the road got rough, and by the time that I turned 35, I thought I'd seen enough. But for me to settle down a while was not what God had planned. So one more time I left my home with my suitcase in my hand. The journey took me far and wide across the deep blue sea, and now I know since I've been there where I was meant to be. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert blue, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see, I think about it all, is the color of the leaves of Carolina in the fall. have sang the songs Doc has told to me, and the things that he would sing about I never dreamed I'd see. In the hills of Carolina, folks have opened up the door, and for the first time in my life I'm not a stranger anymore. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. I want to go back.
Me with you.
You can come too, Kathleen, it's a promise.
I think I'll be on the plane before you.
Can't do that.
Can't wait.
And last night's show by the Krugers was really good. You can watch it back if you want. But as it happens, their guests, we know them very well. They were here in this room.
That's correct.
Patrick and Kay Crouch. And they did a wonderful show last night of fun music and frolics with the maestros that we know as the Kruger brothers, and we're delighted to call them all friends at this stage. And so that's pretty much enough said about that, Kathleen, I suppose. Okay. Am I forgetting anything?
Don't think so.
Okay, folks, we have one or two left to go. And this is another song I really love. This is the key I do it in. I learned from the singing of another one of my heroes who died at a very young age, the great Stan Rogers from Canada. But this particular song is written by Mary McCaslin from the United States. All Going Down the Road. And I think I told you the chorus before. It's all you've got to do is do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sun is rising high, burning into the day. I will say goodbye, I'll be going away. Push away my doubts, what tomorrow will hold. Feeling fine for now, going down the road to a city to sing about the birds and the wind, about the mountains and the spring, and the rivers that bend, the rocky deep pass, poppies and ponies running through the grass, up and down the road. Here's a do-do-do bit. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. To a city to sing, lots of birds in the wind, white smoke in a wisp, straight to the door. Their admission they pay for the stories they're told. They're fine for now, going down the road. White smoke in the wisp, heavy wind at my back. In my book I keep track of the promises made, of my songs in the town that tomorrow will hold. Feeling better for now, facing down the road together. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Sun is rising high, burning into the day. I would say goodbye, I'd be going away. Push away my doubts, what tomorrow will hold. Feeling fine for now, going down the road together. Folks for tuning in this evening from all over the world. It's great to have folks from everywhere and our locality as well, and we treasure all your company because, as I said before, a singer is no good without an audience, and thank you for being my audience and our audience for the last 14-15 months at this stage, and committing to spending an hour and a half with us every week. A lot of you, I can't thank you enough, really, and hopefully you've got some bit of solace and well-being out of the fun. And sometimes I think we find the same after this gig, and tuning into the Kruger brothers and Jimmy Farrell, of course, down there in Pennsylvania. Another great friend of ours. He's streaming live as well, and the Celtic Rebels band is his band. So look out for Jimmy Farrell. And Celtic, is it Jimmy O'Farrell or Jimmy Farrell? Jimmy Farrell,
I think.
But you find him easily enough. Irish, sings a lot of Irish and songs, and writes his own as well. So stuff like that, when you can tune in, right? Rick Polari is another example. We tune in, you kind of have an outlet to go to, a timed outlet that you can just take time out and enjoy and have fun and have banter. Hopefully you are enjoying our gigs like that as well. Beginning of the pandemic streams, Dave Sheehan suggested this song from the pen of Pete Seeger and Laurie White, and we can't give up now, Kathleen. As I say, it's too late to stop singing this song now, and we'll sing it forevermore because it's got a hopeful vibe to it. Is that young boy still up, Kathleen?
He's gone to bed.
Okay, eventually that's still up. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now when we look and we see things are not what they should be. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Me and you. It's time to turn things around. Trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. It's time to turn things around. Trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Let's go. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Me and you. Now when there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. And hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Me and you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. And hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Me and you. Now don't give up. Don't give in. Working together, we all can win. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Now don't give up. Don't give in. Working together, we all can win. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. And hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Me and you. Let's go again. And hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Hoping we'll all pull true. Me and you. Till next weekend, folks. Thank you from me and Kathleen to all of you folks, locally and around the world. We appreciate your company every Saturday. Thank you so much. Sláinte, Kelleher, Oscorcaig.